Hello everyone, my name is Jane and welcome to my favorite 2021 book covers. I love book covers. We all love book covers. The cover is really important for the book, and honestly in 2021 there have been so many new releases with gorgeous covers. It was really hard to choose which new releases I love the cover the most. I had a lot of books and the list was already really long, so I had to give up on some of those books because I just couldn't talk about 50 books today. And also I'm not familiar with all the new releases this year. A lot of the new releases are for my physical TBR because apparently I bought a lot of books only because of the cover, but a lot of them are on my TBR or just books that I heard about, popular books or books that I saw on Goodreads. So I'm sure that there is a lot of beautiful books that I just missed, but from my research and from the books that I found, this is the list of the books that I love the cover the most. Just amazing design work, like book covers are amazing. Book covers designers, you're doing an amazing job. And also it's very subjective. Book covers that I really love and that I think that are gorgeous won't be the same as other people. So this is just my personal taste of book covers and just what I love to see on books and which covers intrigues me to buy book. So yes, there is a lot of book covers here. I'm just going to talk about the cover, not about the story. I do own the majority of this list, but I think that the majority are books on my TBR that I still didn't read. So I'm going to talk only about the cover, and because there is so much, let's just start. The first book is Little Thieves by Margaret Owen. This is a fantasy story and this is the Goose Girl retelling, and the cover is so gorgeous. Like the design is so pretty. I really love that there is one person in another color. It really makes this person to stand out, and I just really love the whole aesthetic of the cover. Also the spine and also the back, just everything is really pretty here. There is also an animal in the top. I'm pretty sure that this is a goose, and I just feel like the whole aesthetic is those kind of aesthetics that you would remember. Like if I will see this kind of colors and this combination, I will think straightly to this book. Just really love the cover. I think it's so pretty. The designer who did this cover is really talented. Like I really love it, and honestly this is the main reason that I picked this book. So yes, I feel like it's really pretty. I have here also The Keeper of the Night by Kaylee Baker. This is another such beautiful cover. I really love covers with person on the cover, and I feel like this cover is really unique because the person is not only person, half of it is strings or something like this. I know that this is a fantasy story. It's supposed to be a pretty dark story. I heard that it's really gore. We're following half British Reaper and half Japanese Shinigami. The main character of the story is supposed to collect souls. It just sounds like a really cool book, and honestly the cover is also pretty. I really love the design and how everything looks. Like usually a lot of fantasy books are black, and I do love more colorful books, but I feel like the black here just gives really Asian vibes. I didn't read this book yet, so I'm not sure how it matches the story itself, but I think that the design is really amazing. The next cover that I love, and I think that a lot of people love, is Six Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. I think that the cover is gorgeous, and I actually have the exclusive edition of Fairy Loot. Like the edition is so gorgeous, it's so pretty, but I will keep the photo of the original colors here. Honestly, I love the pastel colors so much. I honestly think it looks gorgeous. I really love how the colors are going with each other, and it really gives me Asian vibes. And I know that this is a YA Asian inspired fantasy, and this is another retelling, and I'm not sure of which one, but it just gives me a lot of magical vibes. I just see the color and it looks so magical to me, and I really think it's so gorgeous. I'm sure that you're going to agree with me because I saw so many people getting really excited about this cover. This is a really gorgeous cover. The next cover I think is probably my most favorite cover of 2021 release, and this is The Ones We Were Meant to Find by John He. This cover is gorgeous. You already know I love covers with people on the cover, but I just think that the art here is so pretty, like the illustrations and how the waves are matching with the people. It's just so pretty. I really love the aesthetic of the water and the ocean. Also in the spine and in the back you have an ocean, which is also beautiful. I do think it's my most favorite cover, and I just love it so much. Like the art is so amazing. I appreciate it so much. I still didn't read it, but I'm really excited to read it when I will get to it, and it's just so pretty. Really pretty. The next cover is a cover of a horror book, and this is House of Horror by Crystal Charterland, another one of the most gorgeous covers of 2021. This is just so beautiful. And yes, there is person on the cover, which I love, but I also really love those horror covers with person on the cover that something happens to their face. I read this book and I think that the cover really matches the story and the plot and like what is actually going on in the story, which I think is really important. And also here, like I just really love the aesthetic. It really gives me unsettling vibes, which is what horror books are supposed to do. So not only the cover is gorgeous, it also really matches the story and the vibe that the story gives. It's also gorgeous, another one of my most favorite covers, like all of this list. But yes, it's just so pretty. I love it so much. The next cover is You Have Reached Sam by Dustin Taro. This is a romance story, and I actually pre-ordered this book and then I cancelled the pre-order because it's supposed to be a really sad story about someone who loses a significant other and now she can talk with him on the phone or something like this. I'm really afraid that this book is going to break my heart, so I didn't get it in the end, but I feel like the cover is really gorgeous. This makes me really want to buy it. I really love the vibe, really love the difference between the two colors and that you actually have two different things on the cover, like two different vibes, and I just really love it. I feel like it really gives what the story is about. I didn't read it, but from what I know from the synopsis, and it's just so pretty. Such a gorgeous cover. And another amazing cover of a fantasy book is Midnight in Everwood by May Kuhner. I actually don't really love how the physical copy feels. Like, I have the paperback and I don't really love the colors on this kind of paper. I also don't love how it feels, but the photo of the cover is so pretty. I really love the colors here and it just looks so magical. This is a retelling of the Nutcracker, so it has Christmas vibes and winter vibes, so I feel like it really gives the all magical vibes. I'm going to read it really soon, so I really hope that also the story will give the same vibes, but it just looks so pretty. Definitely a really magical cover. The next cover is another horror book, and this is A Doorway of Blood by S.T. Gibson, and this cover is also gorgeous. Like, it's so gothic, and this is supposed to be a horror gothic story, so it's really gothic, and I feel like it really gives gothic vibes, and just so beautiful. I really love all the small details with all the skeletons here, and it's a retelling of Dracula, but it's told from the story of his wife, and it just looks so gothic and so pretty, like such beautiful cover. The next book is a romance book, and this is Rise to the Sun by Leah Johnson. This cover is so pretty. Honestly, I usually really hate when there is real people on book covers, and I feel like this is the only time when there is real people on the cover and it actually looks amazing. Like, I don't think it's actually real people. I'm pretty sure that this is an illustration, but it's really realistic, and I just feel like it's so pretty. I really love the font and the colors. It's really colorful and really cheerful and just so pretty. Like, I really love the yellow lines around the first word, Rise. I didn't read it, but actually also didn't heard reviews about it. Although Leah Johnson debut, You Should See Me in Account, was really hyped up, so I'm interested to maybe check this book, but it's just so pretty. And now I have actually a graphic novel, and this is the most beautiful graphic novel cover that I saw from 2021 releases, in my opinion, and this is Quad by Megan Tokanda-Hell and Lisa Sterl. This cover is also pretty. Basically, this is a story about a girl that is going to a new school, and she's getting with the popular girls, but the popular girls are werewolves. So basically, this is Mean Girls, just werewolves. It was so cool. I really enjoyed it. It gave me so many Mean Girls vibes, and I really love the colors and the vibe. I really love that it's really mysterious, but you also see one person and you have wolves here. It just gives amazing vibes. I really think that it matches the story. Like, this is a graphic novel, so obviously the art here is going to be the same illustration style as the graphic novel itself, and this is the style, so it's so pretty, but I really think that the cover is gorgeous. The next book is the YA thriller book that I read, and this is All of Your Twisted Secrets by Diana Orban, and honestly, another one of the most gorgeous covers that I saw this year. It's so pretty, and I really love how simple it is. You have illustration of 5 people, and I really love the red line on the eyes of each one of them. This is basically a locked room mystery, so I really love the cover, and I really feel like it gives the vibes of something is going here and something isn't alright. Again, I love how simple it is. So beautiful. Also, the people themselves and the illustrations are so pretty. I really love this cover. The next cover is another YA fantasy that I actually didn't see anyone talk about this release, and this is Mark of the Wicked by Georgia Bowers. This is a book that is still on my TBR, but I'm really excited to get to it, and it really gives me horror vibes, and that's because this is a fantasy, but from what I understand, it's supposed to be a dark fantasy. Like, it's supposed to be a fantasy horror, and we are following a witch, and it's just supposed to be really atmospheric and really weird, which is the kind of books that I like. And I feel like also the cover is those kind of covers that I really love, like really horror with a person, and there is just something unsettling about the cover, like the eyes and the expression of the person on the cover. It's also pretty. It really gives me dark vibes, which is probably what it's supposed to give me. I really think that this cover is so gorgeous. Now I actually have 2 romance books with the illustration romance covers, and this is It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey and The Spanish Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas. There is so many new releases covers with this kind of style of illustrated romance covers. I really love this style, but specifically those two covers I feel like are my most favorite ones out of the ones that were released this year. First of all, It Happened One Summer is so pretty. Like, I really love the colors, how simple it is. It really gives me summer vibes, and I just really love the outfits here. And I feel like it really gives what the story is about and how the characters are. There is a little details like birds flying and the lighthouse, and just so pretty. And the Spanish Love Deception I actually didn't read, but I love the little details of all the suitcase and the airplane and the things that are about traveling, because the two main characters are traveling to Spain, I think, or something like this. And I just really love the covers. Like, for me, yellow is my most favorite color and pink is one of my most favorite colors. So the combination between two colors that I just love is also pretty. And I really love the outfit of the girl here, and I just really love how simple it is and how pretty it is. So those are two book covers that I just love how simple they are, and I think they look so great. Now the next cover is a cover that I really love the design of, and they're all little details, and there isn't a person on the cover, so that's different from the other covers that I've shown you. But this is Small Favors by R.N.A. Carrig. I'm not sure if it's a fantasy or a dark fantasy, but this is a retelling of Rumpelstiltskin, of this thing. Like, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And all the aesthetic is so pretty. Like, I really love the light colors and all the light yellow. It's also pretty. I'm not sure if there is something about bees, because there is like honey and bees in the cover, but I think it looks so pretty and really different from other fantasy books. Like, I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a fantasy. I really love this design, and I really love all the small details. It's also a fluffy paperback, and I just feel like this all edition is so gorgeous. I'm really excited to read it because it's so gorgeous. Like, it really makes me excited to find out what is in the book itself. The next cover is another horror cover, because I really love horror covers. Like, I just really love the aesthetic of horror covers. And this is Nothing But Black and Teeth by Cassandra Quark, and this cover is so amazing. Like, it's so unsettling and creepy and scary. Perfect for a horror book. I really love how different it is. It just makes you stop for a second and look at it and realize what you are seeing. I'm not sure if I will be reading this book, because I heard pretty bad reviews about it, but I feel like the cover and the aesthetic and everything is so pretty. Like, it's just such a pretty book. It really gives me horror vibes, which is the whole point, because this is the genre of the story. Just really scary. I feel like this is perfect for a horror book. The next cover is another gorgeous romance cover, and this is XOXO by XEO. I love this cover so much. It's also pretty. We are following here a story about a teenager who meets a K-pop idol, and she doesn't know that he's a K-pop idol. Now they need to realize how to be together when he's a K-pop idol and he can't date. And just the whole cover is so pretty. It really gives me Korean vibes, because South Korea does look like this. Just so pretty. I feel like it really gives the setting of the book, and obviously you understand that this book is a romance book. And also under the dust jacket, it's just so pretty. Like, this is actually the design under the dust jacket, and no, this isn't a special edition. This is the regular hardcover. And yes, just so pretty. I really love also the spine and the back. Such a pretty book. I really love the purple design. It's so cute, and the story is cute, so sounds perfect. The next book is another horror book, or a thriller. I'm not sure if it's a horror or thriller. This is Billy Summers by Stephen King. Actually, never talked about this book, but I really appreciate the cover. Like, I think it looks gorgeous. I don't know anything about the story or the plot or just nothing, but the cover is so pretty. I really love, first of all, the color scheme, that you have like a forest, but this forest isn't green, it's actually red, and that the road itself isn't a road, it's actually paper. I feel like it's just a really unique design that I didn't saw anything like it before. I'm not sure what my thoughts about Stephen King writing, because I'm still trying his books and to realize if I like them or not, but this cover is so gorgeous, and it definitely really makes me want to pick this book. Like, it's so pretty. Everything here looks so good together. And now another cover of another horror book, but again, I'm not sure if it's a horror or a thriller, but this is Summer Suns by Lee Mandello. This is one of my most highly anticipated reads. I will just probably wait to the paperback, and this cover is so pretty. I love books with hands on the cover, because it looks really unsettling and really creepy, which is again perfect for a horror book. But I just feel like this cover is so pretty. You have a hand, but you have another hand that isn't really a hand. Like, you have a lot of leaves and things on the hand. It just looks so good. It really makes me want to pick this book, and just looks amazing. And last but not least, another cover of a romance book. I'm pretty sure that this is a high school drama, but I'm not sure. I didn't read it. I'm not sure if I'm going to read it, but I really appreciate the cover. cover. And this is the yearbook by Ollie Bourne. This cover is so simple, but I feel like it really gives the point. Like it's supposed to be about high school, and it really gives me high school vibes. It just looks really good together. I really love the combination of the colors. I really love the font, and from what I know about the synopsis, that this is a drama in a high school, I just feel like it really gives me those vibes. It's really simple. I really love the design. I really appreciate it, and I just think it really gives what the book is supposed to give, and I really love it. And yes, those were my favorite 2021 releases book covers. I feel like all of those book covers are gorgeous. There is a type of book covers that I love. So this is like my type of book covers that I love to see. But I just really think that all of those are so amazing. There were so many other books that I really wanted to include, but you already saw this list is so long. And yes, I just really appreciate every one of those covers. I feel like every one of them is so gorgeous. I think that all the designers did an amazing job with these covers. And yes, please tell me which cover is your most favorite 2021 book cover. Is it something on my list? Is it something that I didn't include? Please tell me. I love pretty books. I'm sure that we all love books with pretty covers, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Until my next video, you can check more videos by me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye everyone!